Welcome to Brand Voice Finder, a show where I will engineer some email copy from some of the strangest places on the internet. I've got a random fact here, and I'm going to turn it into the start of 5 different emails in 5 different voices, all tied to one simple offer. And the goal of this is so you can see how changing the vocabulary, tone, and cadence of a piece will change the entire feel of it and put it in different voices. So we're going to dive right in. Today's random fact, which I pulled from the internet, is bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. So bananas are berries, but strawberries are not. So the first voice that we're going to do this in is the eternal optimist. That's a voice of Outlook, which has this feeling of everything is figure outable, that you can do it. It's like the Energizer, high intensity, quick, choppy, short sentence cadence. It's really built on hype boy, hype girl energy that just motivates you. It's someone that moves you forward, that pushes you forward. So bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. An eternal optimist. I think that's so awesome that we can define something no matter any different way. But what really is the essence of it, the DNA of it, the makeup of it is so unique that it doesn't matter what category it is. The banana, I mean, it's got this tough skin, right? But inside it's this fleshy, beautiful, wonderful fruit. It's vibrant, it's bursting with flavors, it grows on trees. I don't care what we think it is. What it actually is, the meat of it, the power of it. That's really the beauty. We cannot control what it's going to be. Strawberries, same way, delicious, beautiful. I don't care that they're not technically a berry. They are my favorite. I buy them in the berry section. They can be whatever they want to be. They're delicious. Don't let labels fool you. Same thing with brand voice. You might think that you're something, but find out that you're totally something else. We don't necessarily have to fit in the box that we're given or the label that we're given. We can be anything that we want. You can have your voice grow and be undefinable or defined differently than everyone else is labeling you. You can be whatever you want to be, and your voice is your way to shine through. Don't worry about being a berry. Don't worry about being a banana. You got tough skin. You can be whatever you want. There we go. All right, so that's kind of fun, right? Now you see how this works. That was just a random fact, threw it out, crafted an email on the fly. I'm not saying it's a perfect email, but we're tying it into brand voice. So the next one is friend at the bar. Friend at the bar is a voice of accessibility. It's your buddy. It's the guy who you want sitting next to you. It's someone who tells a lot of stories, right? It's a voice that has this more casual, relaxed tone. The vocabulary is pretty basic. They're just talking at you like I am right now. That's friend at the bar. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Tied to a brand voice offer in friend at the bar. So bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. I cannot believe that, man. That's crazy. It's wild. The amount of things that we think that we know are just so vastly different than what the truth can be. We can be anything, right? There's this feel, I don't really know what's going on, but we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get through this. I have friends that I thought they were one thing, but they wound up being something else. I still like them. I like them from who they are. I don't really care about the label, right? It doesn't matter how you're defining yourself, how you're showing up. I still want to eat it. I still want to hang out with you. I want to be here with you. We can figure this out together. I don't care about the box. I don't care about the shape. We're gonna all go through different changes. We're gonna figure some stuff out. And who knows, maybe in a couple of years they're gonna change what that is. I've found out that lemons are actually man-made. That's not even something unnatural. So who cares what you label yourself? Who cares that bananas grow on trees and berries grow on bush, or technically it's one fruit versus something that is classified different? We're not going to worry about any of that stuff, man. We're just here. We're just in this together. We're figuring this out. We're allowed to change. We're allowed to become whatever we want to be. There's different there's different labels for everyone. I'm not going to worry about that. Sometimes what you think you know isn't true at all. Sometimes there are smart people that are smarter than us. They're going to tell us what to believe. Whether we want to follow that rule or not, I don't care. That's up to you. Same thing with voice, man. That's allowed to change. You're allowed to identify this stuff. We don't have to worry about the science, whatever the authorities tell us. We just have to figure out what's true to us and what we believe. Don't worry about the labels. Just kind of be who you are. Just go with it. And that's the heart of it. That's what we want to do. We want to build something that's here, that's real, that's now. We want to be able to talk about things the way we want to talk about them. We want to understand our role in all this. That's the beauty of it. Don't worry about the label. Be who you are. All right, so there was some overlap there, but that's kind of it. I'm going on the fly. I haven't really thought about this. But you see, it was different. It wasn't as energetic. It was more level headed. It was more just sort of you and me talking. It lost some of the enthusiasm, and it was about the connection here. Now, if we go back to a voice of outlook, we had Eternal Optimist was more friendly, but now we have the anti-establishment, which is about the voice that says the status quo is wrong. It speaks with a little bit more elevated vocabulary. The cadence is a little bit longer than Eternal Optimist, so we're going to speak in longer sentence. The tone is tends to be a little angrier, a little feistier, a little more fired up. So an anti-establishment voice. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. That is just an astounding fact. Who knows what else we've been told that is wrong? Bananas are berries? I don't know if I believe that or not. If that's true, it means that everyone who taught me that bananas are fruits was lying to me? It's like, what else can I not believe? I know that appearances can be deceiving or that we're supposed to trust the authorities. But if you're telling me that strawberries, the word berry is in the name, that's not a berry, what are we supposed to believe? Who can we trust? The scientists don't know, our teachers don't know, the government doesn't know. It is impossible to really trust anything. The only person who I truly believe right now is myself. I can stand here and I can talk firm and I can talk bold. I'm going to use more declarative sentences because I know what's real and I know what's not. I don't care about the scientists. I don't trust them. They change their mind every day. It just depends on who's in charge for what they tell us what it's going to be. Next week, we're going to find out that bananas are fruits or that strawberries are berries. I'm not even concerned about bananas. They're yellow. They come from other countries. I'm not worried about them. But strawberries, you know what? That's where my heart is. That's what I'm going to believe in. That's what I'm going to double down in. I am going to learn I don't care about the label. I can't trust it. I can't trust anything that these people say. I can only trust what I grow from the ground by myself. I'm not concerned about the science behind it, about the organics behind it. I just know what's here. I know it's real, and I know it's in front of me. Brand voice is the same thing. I know what I am. I don't care about the classifications. They don't mean anything. You can't trust that. But what you can trust is what you know is directly in front of you and the truth. See it with your own eyes. Say it with your own voice. Okay, so not fantastic. I got a little gruff, a little angry there, but that's the point, right? When you lean into this voice, you just wind up taking different paths. You also probably saw my body language change. I know I got a little angrier. My directions changed. I wound up saying stuff that I don't like saying, but we can change it. Okay, now the next one we're going to do is learning as we go, which is a voice of, I don't really know anything, but I'm just going to test around and find out. I'm going to see what happens as we go down something. Here, we're looking at a more mild vocabulary than anti-establishment. It's not as authoritative. It's not as declarative. It's a little closer to the friend at the bar, but the cadence is longer. It's not talking with this voice of knowledge. It's talking with this voice of not knowledge. There's an excitement to it because it's figuring things out on the fly. It's testing. It's learning. We're going to make some mistakes. So learning as we go. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. That blew my mind. I cannot believe how much I'm learning by going down all these various different rabbit holes and finding fruit that they've stored for the winter. You just never know what you're going to see here. I mean, as I learn about copy, I'm learning about the stages of awareness and all these things. And every time I research things for clients, I'm learning about their businesses and I'm discovering things that maybe aren't supposed to work, but are working brilliantly for them. There's so much here. There's so much to do. And the fact that banana is something that I thought was just always a fruit. And yeah, I guess technically berries are fruit. Berries are fruit, I guess. I don't really know. It's something that we can figure out, that we can discover together. But the fact that strawberries aren't berries, that's in the name. That's wild to me. The fact that they're not there, it's weird. It's kind of creepy. But there are so many smart people out here that the science is growing and they're testing more and the microscopes are getting better and they're discovering new things about this. And there's such brilliant people working on these projects that it's astounding that we're constantly developing the science, we're growing, we're discovering new things. The world is wide open. There are so many different ways that we can go with this that I have no idea what the future is going to predict. But if a strawberry can wind up not being a berry, who knows what opportunities are presented to us? The future is it's wide open. We're going to find out some weird stuff, and that's the fun part. That's the exciting part about this. I don't know where we're going to go, but this excitement that I have for this, it's contagious, and I want you to come along on the ride for me. Let's figure this stuff out together. Your voice, that's going to develop the same way that the science is going to develop. Who you are now might not be who you are tomorrow. Your voice can grow with you on that. I'm going to show you how to move this forward together so we can evolve, just like the technology is evolving. New stuff is going to happen. We're going to go together. We're going to grow together. Your voice is going to change together. Let's make it happen. Okay, there we go. You see, I kind of had the upbeat vibe to that. Sometimes learning as we go can be fun and excitable. I kind of tapped into the eternal optimist a little bit, but the tone really just depends on what it is that you're finding. And now let's go to voice of God, which is a voice of authority. It's a strong, adamant voice. It does not really concern itself with opinions and thoughts. It focuses on fact. It's a voice that says, this is the truth. It's someone with unwavering confidence. Bananas are berries, but strawberries are not. This is something that scientists have known for years, but the general public does not know. If you study botany, you are aware of this. This is not new technology. It's just the fact that there are people who originally named these conventions that didn't really know or understand the science. When you become aware of this, you become that there is such a more powerful definition behind this, the genealogy, the systems, the organic nature of this, the chemical makeup, the nutrition values. All of these things are very clearly defined. It makes complete sense that strawberries are not berries. The general public doesn't know this, but smart people do. Bananas, they are not the superfruit that people think that they are. Strawberries are technically one berry with a lot of seeds. It makes sense. These definitions are there. If you don't know them, that is on you. This information has always been there. Spend more time in the libraries and do the research. There are systems to all of this. This is the way that it works. Brand voice is the same way. You might think that you have one voice, but as you do the research, as you figure out the processes and the mechanics of how something is engineered, your voice, vocabulary, your tone, your cadence, they're very easy systems that everything can fit into. Fruit, bananas, vegetables, it all works the same way. There's a science and a process behind all of this. When you figure this out, you become smarter, you will learn the way, and you will be able to control your own destiny. All right, kind of playing with these things. I'm not saying that they're going to be perfect, but you saw how I just did one email or one fact, turned it into 5 different emails. They all had a very different feel. They all were able to tie into something. I don't know a lot about strawberries and fruit, so I was kind of making some of this stuff up. Don't hold me to the science that I said, but that's the fun part, right? We're allowed to speak in different ways and have this come out in different sounds and different voices. We can figure out how to approach certain things. We don't even have to be consistent all across the board. We can change our tone in various channels. I'm just showing you how to do this a little bit on the fly. And if you want to get better at spotting hooks and crafting stories in your own brand voice, check out the Brand Voice Bundle. It'll give you some tips to do what I just did without the pressure of having to do it live, on the fly, or on camera. See you next time.